it's a virtual tie. What's happened, Elaine, is that this thing is so close. I mean, there's really just 3-4 state delegate equivalents separating these two, and it's a contest for those delegates. You know, it's so close that just a few precincts would have needed to report in. At this point, I can tell you, we're not sure where they are. We're trying to track them down, but it doesn't seem like they're in the feed that the counties or the parties are reporting, and we're not sure if those precincts have reported at all. With a race this close, you just can't do anymore. So we'll say at this point it's a virtual tie, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if the party can sort this out, or basically they're going to get about the same amount of delegates out of this anyway. So then it's on to New Hampshire. So that's what we've seen so far, Elaine.
I wonder, though, Anthony, are we talking about, in terms of a resolution here for this to be called, are we talking about hours? Are we talking about days? What could be the time frame here?
It's really unclear. And so what I think happens is that eventually, in cases like this, and we've seen something similar a few years back between Santorum and Romney on the Republican side, what will happen is maybe the party will go around to those precincts and figure out just what might have gone wrong or why they're still missing. If that takes a few hours, then maybe we'll learn something in the middle of the night. But at this point, I actually doubt it. I think what will probably happen is they'll go back and find what may have happened in the days perhaps to come and eventually get those state delegates sorted out. But, you know, the takeaway from all this really is that you got a neck-and-neck race, no matter what eventually comes out. It's a neck-and-neck race. And what you saw was Bernie Sanders performing well in the areas he needed to, specifically those eastern cities, places where voters were younger, but not quite well enough to beat Hillary Clinton in the central areas of Des Moines, which is a really vote-rich area, and then really not well enough uniformly throughout the state, where Hillary Clinton tended to pick up delegates here, there, and everywhere as she went along. So that's probably a testament to her organizational strength, and where Bernie Sanders is drawing even is a testament to all those things we talked about heading into this, which was the excitement behind some of his candidacy as well. So I think those patterns played out here, and they fought to a draw.
Anthony, I think it's worth reviewing for some of our viewers who are staying up late with us to see what happens here. Go over the delegate differential for us, you know, for people that are watching this and trying to kind of do their own back of the envelope math, perhaps with other things that they're seeing. How does that break down?
Some of the places that are missing are some of those larger, more delegate-rich areas, like Polk County. There's not a lot missing from there, but it's enough where a couple of delegates could swing. You know, before I came to talk to you, we were looking at it. It went from a lead where Clinton had 10 or 11 state delegates more down to just 3 or 4 as a few more precincts trickled in. So all of that is, again, what makes it so hard to project or to call. What happens in Iowa, and we talked about this even leading in, is that this isn't just a straight vote. What happens is precinct by precinct elects delegates, which would then go on to subsequent county conventions and subsequent state conventions. Remember, this is a long process within Iowa that the political campaigns have kind of descended on and tried to organize and try to get media attention out of. But what we're really counting out here are all of those delegates as they sort of step through the process. And the fact is, whoever wins, quote unquote, this race is just the candidate who happens to get a few more of those state delegates elected out of all of those thousands of precincts. So you see across the whole state, that's what the contest is really all about. And that's obviously it's been so incredibly close.
Yeah, it's important to keep that context in mind. Anthony Salvanto, thank you so much.